Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 187 of the Let's Play World. Haven't done much around the base here because I was out of town this last week. I went on a vacation down to Santa Fe, New Mexico. I had a really great time down there, and now that I'm back, it's time to get back to work on the base. Today there's a few things we're going to do. I've just been making little adjustments around here. You can see I gathered up some of the armor I had laying around. I did a little bit of readjustments with the table to make them feel a little more balanced. And in the bedroom, I did a similar thing where I added a cartography table and filled in more books, put some armor on this armor stand, and it's looking really, really cozy. So the first thing I think I want to do today is terraform the front of the base. If you look at it from across the river, it's just kind of ugly looking, and I think we can make it look better. And then the next thing I want to do is come up with a food source. We're not hurting on food. I have a bunch of chicken in my ender chest, but it'd be nice to have some sort of food farm over here so that we can just grab that whenever we need it and not have to worry about running out. Let's fly out across the little river here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when we look at the base, right down there, it's just kind of this weird little nook, and I just don't love it. Monsters spawn down there, and it just looks sort of unfinished to me. The back of the base is a ravine, and so that's totally fine. But here on the front, I think I want to just fill this in with dirt. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, that looks much, much nicer, much cleaner. I'm very happy with that. I think the next thing we're going to build is going to be right over here. You can see along the bank here, I just put a couple of torches down to kind of mark out where I want to do this building. And we're going to do a food farm, specifically a chicken farm. And like I was saying, we're not hurting for food, so I don't need it to be super efficient, but I would like it to be very themed so it matches our area here. And I would like it to also be pretty ridiculous. And the idea I've come up with, I think, will theme nicely with this area and will be plenty ridiculous. So a few things I'm going to need. One, I'm going to need my construction box. We're going to need some redstone as well. And then for materials, I think we're going to do a bit of stone, probably a bit of cobble. Ooh, getting low on cobble. And I'm going to need a bunch of chicken eggs. And since I've got no chicken eggs, we're going to have to go round those up. I think I remember there being some chickens out in this direction somewhere. There we go. So after a couple of days, I got a couple of stacks of eggs. I rounded up a pumpkin and carved it. I grabbed some more stone, and I think we are ready to get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a chicken farm, and I want the chicken farm to sort of look like a temple or a ruin that's out in the jungle. And as far as breeding chickens and that kind of thing, that part is easy. We'll do that no problem. It's the cooking them part that I want to do in a really difficult and peculiar way. I was thinking this spot right here, kind of in the middle of the bamboo, there's this oak tree, and if I was to tear down this oak tree, I think I would have enough room here to build what I want to build. Okay, this build is going to be 17 blocks wide. So this will be the center where we will collect the chicken, and then that'll be the left side, and that will be the right side by the angry panda. And then I think it's going to go back about that far. I'm just using the netherrack to kind of sketch out the footprint so I can get a feel for how this is going to sit. And once we build the mechanics of the chicken farm, we'll then go through and kind of decorate it and theme it. Okay, the way this is going to work is right here where we've got this hopper. This is where our cedar chickens are going to live. So there'll be chickens in here just laying eggs. And this hopper right here will pick up those eggs and it will feed them into this dispenser. This dispenser is being watched by this comparator. And every time an egg ends up in here, this little circuit will fire off, send a signal back into this block here, which will cause the egg to get dispensed into this space here. And you can see there's the dispenser, and then I just have a half slab right here. And what's going to happen is the little baby chickens will just live on top of that half slab, and then we're going to have water right above them. And now this water is sitting at this level, but there's a little half block of air there. So the chicken babies will just kind of sit there until they grow up. And then once they grow up, their heads will poke into the water. Hello. And so the baby chickens will just exist in that little half slab of air until they grow up. And then when their heads pop into the water, they're going to want to swim up. And then we're going to direct them in this direction. Just to show you what I mean here, you can see right there, just air. So there is water on the other side of this block, but right here, just a little half slab worth of air. So the baby chickens will sit here until they grow up, and then the adult chickens will want to swim upwards. So this space right here is where the chickens will get flushed into, and this is where we will cook them and kill them and collect them, and then the chest will be right down here. So now I just need to get some cedar chickens in here so they can start laying eggs for us. Okay, this is it. So we have this big structure that still needs to be decorated and made to look like a temple. But what's going on is we have some chickens, and they are going to lay eggs. The eggs will get dispensed. The baby chickens will grow up and get flushed into this space right here. And then we've got these two little wings off here. And what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to put an Iron Golem. And over here, we're going to get a skeleton. And the skeleton is going to shoot arrows at the Iron Golem. And those arrows I'm going to catch on fire so that when they hit the chickens, they get cooked and we collect cooked chicken. That's the plan. The Iron Golem hopefully will be pretty easy. This space is a bit bigger than that space over there because skeleton doesn't need a lot of room, but the Iron Golem definitely does. Hello, zombie. Okay. Iron Golems really like to die from cramming, and so I'm going to build it out here and see if I can push him in. Like so. There we go. You're okay. So there's two other things I need to do to prepare the golem. One of them is I need to dig the floor out one more block below him because he needs to be eye level with the skeleton for the skeleton to shoot at him. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put water in these 3 blocks here. And I think that should be enough to slow the arrows down so they don't make it all the way to the golem. And then on the other side, I just need to find a skeleton. Okay, that Iron Golem is now eye level with this guy. Hopefully the water just kind of flows down. Yeah. Grab some more water here. There. Voila. Okay, hopefully we start getting some eggs being laid and getting dispensed so that we can get some chickens moving through the system. To catch the skeleton, I'm going to need some trapdoors, I think, and then we'll need to build a little staircase so I can get him to chase me and then run across that area and fall into that space. Oop, I heard a chicken. Okay, sun is going down. Let's see if I can find a skeleton in a bamboo forest and get it to chase me to our little staircase here. What could go wrong? Oh, I think I see one. Pretty precarious. There's a ton of green, so there could be creepers hiding anywhere. And it's difficult to move through bamboo. Oh, there's a couple of them. He's trying to figure out how to get to me. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, that's exactly not what I wanted. Well, one of them's got to live, right? My gosh, I'm gonna get killed by a skeleton. Okay, follow me up. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Why don't you want to follow me? Are you not convinced that is real? Oh, that worked poorly. Be a witch. Be creepers. Oh, there's skeletons. And you figure out how to get to me. And you figure it out. Come on. I wonder if I can trick this guy into walking into this. Okay. That was not the way I wanted it or planned it to go, but we got there. Okay, let's see what happens if we remove this. Okay, we are shooting arrows. Oh, that hit him. So I've got the skeleton over here, name tagged. We just called him Scott the Skeleton. And then over here, I've been doing a lot of trial and error. I thought that 3 rows of flowing water would be enough to stop the arrows, but a lot of them were getting through to the golem. There is a half slab right in front of him, so the skeleton has to be a pretty good shot to get at the golem. And then I went ahead and filled this all up with source blocks, put some magma down here to create a downward force. And I haven't heard the golem get hit in a long time, so I think this is going to be enough to protect him. We did get a chicken in here, and he got shot, and that worked. So the last thing I need to do here as far as the farm goes is I need to make these arrows flaming arrows. Do that. I think it's going to be as simple as putting some netherrack and lighting it on fire. Yep, those are definitely flaming arrows now. Oh, bamboo's on fire. So the last thing I need to do is just a bit of decorating and then let the farm work its magic. And there it is, all decorated. Just made it look a little bit ruined. Added some netherrack on fire, surrounded by some stairs so they look like these big torches. And then I sort of did a little bit of a chicken head up here. Chicken heads are actually 4 pixels across, so I had to kind of wing it a little bit. No pun intended. Oh, hello. How's it? Oh. Nice. Working as intended. Very cool. Curious how this looks from across the way here. Let's fly over, land on a tree here. Cool. It looks very ruiny, you know, like barely detectable through all the vegetation. I did just the hint of a path here leading up to it, and some of the bamboo that I knocked down, I replanted, and it's starting to grow up. And I think it looks really, really cool. Again, it's not super efficient, but I think it'll be good for our needs here. Plus, it's a really cool addition to the space. Let's clean up our mess a little bit here and then go grab the local map and see what it looks like on there. Let's see, we are somewhere down here. Yeah, there it is. That's very cool looking. See the torches on top and the little bit of the path there. Nice, that's a cool addition to our space. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks to all these folks, and thanks to you for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.